Isn't that most how these art shows start off? Something a little like that. Something of a lake with a cabin behind it. Some forestry. And on some weird. What's up, guys? I'm still working on an intro. But no one look around. My name is Jimjames. Tonight we're gonna go freestyle. It's kind of late, and I don't want to take up too much of your time. We're gonna try to do a quick show, see if we can't get some more viewers and subscribers kicking in. I got some new audio going on. I got some new stuff going on here to try to work with the laptop issues that we have going on. And as you can see with my shirt here, we're gonna go with the theme of this and do a quick head bust of one of my friends, the Jokester. And we'll call him the Jokester for copyright reasons. I don't want DC and Warner Brothers to come after me with lawsuits and whatnot. So we'll title this picture the Jokester. If you give me 1 second, I'll show you a bust that I made out of a Halloween ornament. We'll go ahead and use this as kind of a reference. Pardon the dust on him. It was a vampire mask. At one point, not a mask. It had light up features in the bottom, so I carved its face out and flattened its teeth. Put some metallic specks in his eyes, and obviously put the color change. Made his coat purple and added the flower. Of course, he has to have his flower. But yeah, this is one of my molded sketches. I even signed it on the back here, guys. You get a close-up shot right there. Yeah. Camera picks up pretty good. I tried to turn the settings down. I've been tweaking it all day and all evening. Plus, most of the house is sick. One of the young ones has a whole mouth full of wisdom teeth that need to come out. My girlfriend's horribly sick with a cold flu thing. So is our other son, so I'm trying to stay isolated from the rest of them. But anyway, other than that, it's been a hectic day, and I've had trouble trying to get on here, so pardon the lateness in this video. It will still be up for tomorrow's use. But anyway, this one's been around with us, wow, 2013, 14? We've been to 3 different houses since I've been here in California in my 6 years of living here. But yeah, pretty proud of this one. Made the tie and everything. He does glow in the dark too when you put him under black light. Jokester. He's in my discombobulation video, I believe. Pretty sure he's featured in there. Hang on a second. Put him back on his shelf. Anyway, as a reference goes, that's pretty much what our picture will kind of image will kind of go as. I'll leave it here for now. But let's transition to our other picture. Frame, rather. Let's get the show on the road. Alright, guys. You see we got our watercolor set up right here. Pull up my little mic camera here so we can zoom in on it if we need to get a closer shot. Right now we're going to use a ruler and our small pencil to kind of block out our scene, because it's always good to block out a scene, guys. If you're going to go do something art-wise, if you're going to start off, sure, you got a big old thing here to look at, but it's real cool to flame out your scene. If you're going to do just like a face or something like that, it really blocks out what you're imaging. You can kind of, you know, not be so freaked out at how much space you got to use. Anyway, let's get started. We'll use a straight up 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 inch, 12 by 12 by 12, 4 by 4. You don't necessarily have to be perfect with it, guys. It's just ready to go. It's also for trimming purposes when you get done. Then you know you have a border. You don't have to cut off anything that you thought was really cool about the picture. You don't have to sacrifice anything. It's all on the border. Little tricks of the trade, man. Good enough for now. We'll flip our paper over so we can get a better square of it. Okay. Now if we need a straight edge, it's always right there. Let's zoom in our camera some so we can get it going here. There we go. Technology. Whoa, too much. Let's back up one. Pardon me. Alright, so first you want to get your big shape going on him. With him, he's kind of an oval, egg-shaped kind of head. Very narrow at the bottom. Real pronounced, pointy chin. Also, if you're doing a profile shot of him, his nose kind of sticks out a bit too, as long as his chin does too. Like a jester from old-time medieval looks, would have the big things coming off. It's a mixture of Harley and him. It's kind of cool how they did a little twist shift there. Especially with that character. He's pretty much nonsense where Batman's all straight edge and wants to do it all the right way. He just doesn't care and breaks all the rules. Ooh. Pardon me. I just had some really sharp candy. It's really making my mouth pucker up. Anyway, let's get started here. Like I said, we'll do a 3/4 image view. He'll be kind of faced in this kind of image. You'll see him going like this. This is full frontal, okay? Just so you know what reference-wise. This is full frontal view. This is 3/4. This is half. It's profile shot. It also works if you're going to do around the whole head too. 3/4 view, total reverse. You know, and so on and so forth on around the head. Left side, right side. It all makes sense to whatever you want your perspective to be whenever you want your subject matter from your audience to look at. You're focusing on that point. All right, check it out. Let's get into here. Like I said, we're using watercolor, so we're using a really light gauge HB pen just to get shapes down. We're going to cover it up with color and whatnot anyway. And with the Joker, he's basically white, so this would be a pretty easy, quick picture. Almost like a light bulb, if you can see that. Let's try to get that a little straighter. A little more straight. I'm from the South, guys. I have a bit of a slang. Alright. So like we said, we're going to get a 3/4 view. And our eye level, we'll have him kind of looking up in a big laughing manner. Like this. So his head will be up. So let's get the bulk of it going this way. And his eyes will be kind of going down like this. Okay. And then let's see, his nose will probably be about here. And the top of his mouth would be about right here. Again, I would be doing this digitally, but our technology is a little limited at the moment. We're working on doing a bunch of upgrades at the moment. I like my Jokester to have a bit of a Bugs Bunny style teeth. Little buck-eyed buck teeth. It makes it stick out a little more. And so on and so forth. We'll put our little caps on them. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys doing all right? No, it's kind of late. But if it is kind of late, you know, apologies again. We're going to try to do this a little bit earlier than Mondays. But we are going to make this a regular thing on Mondays. So you want to get back on and tune back in later on, you're damn sure welcome. Let's see. His mouth would stretch down to here, about so. Bottom lip would be poking out about here. Pardon me for not drawing shapes here. I'll draw shapes to make it a little easier for you guys. This is more like a rectangle shape, you know, and then a little mouth area. Let's see. Let's get that a little bit wider. Here we go. Let's accentuate this side. Okay. Just make a definite line, guys, because it's not really that big a deal, especially at this point. You're just kind of going to get your space in. I'm trying to just block out his main teeth here so they kind of stand out, you know. Do the same on the back here. Now I'm not making sure this is genetically accurate. I'm just putting in shapes right now, guys. Notice how I'm not going in all over the teeth. I'm just leaving accents just to show you kind of where it would be. Okay. A big old fat lip on the outside here. Connect that to the top. Okay. Bring this in here. And now we got gum lines. Same with this. There we go. Very good. Solidify these teeth. Since we already went that far with the other ones. Excuse me. Put some more macros here. Okay. Alright, you guys can see that so far? Cool. On to the chin, and we'll do that in similar form. Kind of block off the area. And you add your angle so you know which way your chin's kind of going. Block it out. As well as the cheekbone over here, you kind of want that to come out a little bit more too. Just to accentuate where that smile's coming from on this side as well as this side. outside of the lip there too, just to connect everything. Alright. Now, as I said with his nose, we'll kind of make it in an upward stance. Alright. Let's take off some of this tip here. As you can see, I just kind of came with a basic shape of what we want to work with here. If I want to get a reference for you now, just there. Yep. A little bulbous area in the middle. Just to break it up. Yep, that'll do it. Let's get this line a little less dark. Perfect. Alright, just little hints. And here we'll put his tongue in. Bring it out to the whole edge here, just so it's even. And brings that tongue out too. There we go. Okay, connect the tops there. So the bottoms show out. Well, that's not right with the top there, is it? It's too far. This is why you don't draw very dark, because then it disappears. Okay. We'll just make this like the top of the cheekbone here, because your tonsils would kind of come in this way. Stretch to add noise like a snake. This will be mostly dark anyway, so. I'll just add little hints of it there, just so you can have the edge and whatnot. You can see what's going on there. It's pretty, yeah, deep. Little poofs for the lip area. One more little clip here for the jaw that's extended, because you want to elaborate on that. There we go. Joker has a butt chin. And we'll say that's the bottom of his jaw there. Take out our God lines. Take our jaw here. Extend that jawbone because he's kind of decrepit in his face. Just bring it on up. Almost touching that thing. Okay. Now we got his face laughing, okay? Now, big choice. Eyes open, cocked, closed, in the form of this. Or rather this. Squinting. You got so many choices to choose at this point, man, but since we got him barreling back laughing. Manically laughing. Would you have your eyes open? Yes. Yes, you would. And let's say we had our nose here. Let's get our eye line going right about there. That'll work. There's the bridge and the forehead goes off here. Okay. Not get too far ahead of ourselves. Next eye. Kind of wanted to be a little symmetrical, so follow that curve. This one's a little smaller because it's on the other side. But we're still going to exaggerate it a bit because he is manically going insane. Again, these look very dark, but they're just going to be outlines. Perfect. That gives us a little bag under the eye that we want there. This one too. Again, you don't need to necessarily connect everything, just suggest. Again, with the angle of the nose here, very lightly put that in there. Oops. You have to be a bit deranged to come up with things like this, guys. I would think so, but most artists are. So, at least in their daily lives, they just kind of suppress it to kind of keep you normal people acting like you do. Anyway, this kind of reminds me of Slimer from the Ghostbusters a little bit. But anyway, let's get back to it. Connect the lips in this fashion here. And give him a cheekbone. Okay. Actually, I want to lighten that up. Probably just hint more at that bottom line. It's already there. Let's go ahead and take out the rest of these lines we got going here. I know this looks pretty quick, guys, but I've been doing this for a long time, and if you just practice and draw every day, you can kind of come up with ideas just as quick too. Simple. This would make an awesome tattoo. Great, great tattoo. I mean, my line work's a little off, but you know, everything can be fixed. We may just go back over this with a marker and solidify everything. Oh no, we'll see how our watercolor turns out when we're done. In the meantime, let's keep drawing our eyelids and such. So I don't know about your Joker. My Joker always looked kind of creepy with bulging eyes and such. We'll have him looking upwards. That way he doesn't have to feel awkward when you look at it. Almost Ren and Stimpy style. We'll go in there and add color, and that'll make that effect pop a lot. There we go. Now that looks a little more real. Perfect. Alright, let's add his ear. Actually, his ear would be back further than that. His forehead's back and he's... Let's see. If you were laughing like this, well, yeah, like this. Your ear would be adjacent to your eye. Yeah, about there. But it would be downward. There we go. We'll connect it with that. Okay. Now, with his hair, like I was doing here, I'm just going to accentuate where it would start and stop. Gotta have some neck. No, more of a sharper angle than that. Because his head is being thrown back. That's the incorrect pose. You want your line of action to show otherwise. So let's see. His head's back. His chest would be out. His neck would be coming in. Follow the little arc of the face. There we go. That's the correct way to get that. That'll give it a good shadow to go against as far as seeing the back of his shirt goes. Let's see, that curve would go kind of like this, bow out. His arms would curve in as well. This other part of the chest. His hands behind his back in like this stance. Here we go. That'll work. We'll move that tie over because it doesn't make sense there now. Like I said, there's your lines, so you don't have to worry about being freaked out and stopping somewhere. Let's see here. Get the shoulder do the same. Whoops. Make that color pop some and make his shoulder a little more thin. There we go. This side as well. These are the mistakes you need to learn how to do in order to get better. We're doing all right on time. Damn, I put a hell of a good point on that thing. Look at that against my forehead. Damn. I like it when that happens. Whoop, there goes the tip. There, that'll cover his jacket area for that. Okay. The other jacket, stop there, come out about there. So that would make his tie come out about here under his chin. Curve down. Okay. Because Joker's got two jackets. Yes. There we go. Oh. Let's fix that. Now, one last thing to add, a couple of neck veins. We'll stretch it up here upside his jaw as well. That was too close. There we go. his hair, we'll get a little manic with that. We're going to fix his eyebrow on this side too. Now get the top of this skull eye. So we'll make his eyebrow about there. Same with this side. And there we go. Now he's got his eyebrow on that side. We'll put a socket there so that kind of gives us an idea of what his nose of his bridge, of his eyes, and such are. Now we're getting into the picture. This is the part where I kind of start singing to myself, probably, and making weird noises and doing weird funky faces and dances and prances and such on and so forth. A little bit twisted. Here we'll put a flower on the left or the right. This side looks a little dead, so we'll put a flower on this side. Let's take out this shoulder. We'll add a little accent flower there. Yeah, it covers up that part so now you can see his crazy flower too. And we'll add darkness around them petals, make them stand out. Alright, last part is hair. There we go. We'll call that that. Let's make sure we get this piece out of here. Paint a good background on there just to make sure that doesn't stick in there. Alright guys. Let's stop for a minute and go social media stupid. And post this on Instagram, on our Instagram page. Go follow us on the Ukla Studios on Instagram and you can see these pictures coming in. There we go. And we'll say on the post, it's on Twitter too. Come watch live on YouTube. of space in there. Your little laptop's struggling to keep up with us right now. Here, I'll zoom in so you guys can get a good shot of it right now. It's about as close as we can get for right now. Pretty cool, huh? Share. All right. Now, let's get into the painting, since we've taken this long to get here. Start with my half-inch brush dipped into water here. Ooh, sorry about the cat game there. But what you want to do, must be someone outside. What you want to do with your water here is kind of just follow your lines, stay in. This way your water won't run. Okay. What's scraping on there? Huh. I'm using 80 weight paper, by the way, guys, so this really helps as far as making a border so your water won't run around. Just kind of follow the outline. Because it's already in pencil, it's not gonna mess up the pencil at all, guys. What you're doing is you're making a water border for something of color, that same medium to grab to. Again, this image will be for sale in my Facebook studio for a shop. Look up Ukla Studios on Facebook in the shop area. And there's only one of these, and it will be for sale. The first one to buy it is the first one to have it. But don't worry, as I said, we're going to be doing this every Monday, so there'll be a new picture for sale every week. You see one you like, try to jump the gun and get ready for it whenever I post it. See, we'll be posted shortly after we get done with it. Of course, it has to dry and whatnot. But with watercolor, it doesn't take that long. Okay. Make sure we're covering that area. Don't be scared to get generous with your water, because in the end, you're going to wish you had it there. Push a little daisies and make them come up. Push a little daisies and make them come up. Push a little daisies and make them come up. This video is turning out to be a little bit longer than I thought, guys. I apologize for the length again, but sometimes artwork takes a while. Make sure all that's saturated. Get that face one more time real good. We were having such an issue the other couple of days with our computer failing with the hard drive. I'm going to let this dry for a second. And with also, I'll switch over here. Also with our current issues and such kept going on and whatnot. And now we're trying to make this laptop work for us. So, things have been going awry, but, we press on. And here I think I got this running pretty good now. So, yeah, we're doing good with it. Let's switch on back now. I was just trying to change the train session to see how it worked on the screen and whatnot. Working out kinks and tinks. All right. This is almost dry. As you can see, there's kind of a bit of a curve to the paper now because it's a little wet. But you can see it drying too a little bit in the air there. Here, there's a little closer shot of it, guys. A little crazy. A little crazy. Yeah. Like I say, if you're just tuning in with us, man, there's continuation that goes back, I believe. If you want to go back and see the start of the drawing, we did draw this from scratch. Oh, pardon the dogs again. Alright, again with that little 1/2 inch. We are going to go dip into our main color here, which we're going to start here with the bottom. Well, actually, I'm going to wait for that to dry just a little more. We'll take another paper towel and dab on it, just to help the process a little faster. It's had time to sink into those cracks and crevices. Alright. Let's start off. Here, we'll zoom out some, just so you can see where we're dipping in colors here. You guys have gotten a good shot of the face already. There's a place we missed right there. So the rest of it? Yeah. Okay. Pardon me. Thirsty. It's been very warm today. Seasonally, it's changing. Alright, so we're going to start with our light colors. We're going to start with our purple here. Very light purple. Okay. Bring that down here. Get a good bit of it. There we go. Okay. We'll go with the inside of his shirt. Yeah. Again, there's no angle on my paper. This is pretty much flat to a table. Okay. We'll put this outside color here. Okay. Also, I'm going to put this little hint on the inside of these flowers, just to give them a pop whenever that thing comes in. Here, we'll zoom in a little bit so you can see exactly what I'm doing. Here we go. Go ahead and paint that circle piece, but leave a little highlight in there. Now we'll put some of this purple here in his tongue. Okay. Put it on the fleshy parts of his mouth as well. Because we're going to come in and put more color of that nature on there. Let's send back out some. Oops, too far. There we go. We're just tracing the color lines of his face now on the inside, just to give us a color to grab to whenever we get inside here with some strong, bolder reds and such. And if we want this purple back, it's right here ready to go. I might just like decide that color. I like that highlight going there. Let's get up in here under his eyes. A touch more. Just a little hint. There we go. Put a little darker here. All right. See how you're able to, pardon me, itching my pit. What I was saying here is you see how the water has caught the color and it's not exactly running around the outside. And if it's too dark in certain areas, just grab some regular water and just lighten it up some. So I want all of this to kind of be a generalized shadow in the back of his head. We'll add a little bit of hint back here. Seeing as how his skin is purple, or white rather, this will give the hint of shadow. On the darkening areas that we wanted. Good. Everything's still coming in clear. Good. Again, this all comes into where anatomy would help a lot as far as shadow and such goes. If you've studied the way light and anatomy on people looks, you'll know how shadow kind of operates. It's not much different. Let's go ahead and add that right there. Yeah, a little dark spot in the corner. Okay, a little more light shadow under the eyes here. Don't want to go too dark because the light's coming down on the surface of the face in this sense. We'll highlight the top of the lip here. Just because that's going to be Joker red. Sorry, Jokester red. A little bit of shadow up here on the top of the eyebrows to indicate kind of a fleshy undertone. You know what I'm saying? But you want to keep the highlights of the face pretty neutral. And shadows as well. Like we'll come back in here and add a little dark to certain areas, but we really want that to kind of stay the same like it is. Oh, almost forgot about the ear. Let's get a little more of that deep purple. There we go. Let's get a Q-tip to soak up some of that. Here we go. Perfect. A little more shadow there. A little more here. Ton more here. Some more on this side. Okay, that puts our base color in for that. Now, let's get a mixture of this purple that we just had right here. Some of this blue to go with it. Give it more of a richer, there we go, a little deeper look. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're going to do the bulk of his jacket this color. We're going to get the stronger purples to pronounce it later in a second. But for now, you can kind of leave your puddles in the darker areas that you want to keep dark. And this is still pretty transparent enough that if you want to pull color back off the paper, you kind of can. Just use pure water, like an eraser. I'll show you here in a minute, like I'm going over these daisies like that. Okay. Dip your little Q-tip in water. Come right back on it. Yep. Takes a little bit of that color right off. Good to go. All right. Let's see. Make sure this is clean. Here we go. All right. Now, since that's drying, we'll transition to some hair now. Obviously, Joker has bright green hair, so we'll use a bright green color. Can't really see it in the shot there. There we go. And this will just be our base color. You can always go darker. And again, with the 1/2 inch brush, I like to accentuate that you can just get the gist of the color. You can go back in and put details in just a minute when you're done. For now, you want to get the basis of the color in. You can always go back and add things and take away. But if you always start out light, the more you add, it'll always be later, you know. You don't have to add so much at the beginning. Like, see, I want this curve of his hair here to be a little darker, so I'm making sure the puddle stays there, not at the tips of the hair like it was. For this, I'm going to pull it down here. Make sure there's a little shadow line here for that hairline. Don't forget get his eyebrows. It's one of the most important pieces of the Jokester. Alright. Let's get into that mouth. Actually, let's take a break here and run in and do his vest right quick. Or chest vest area. Get my bright yellow shirt. And with a quick line, he has a vest. Whoops. Sling and paint. That's alright. Add a little bit of shadow to our effect here anyway. That's cool. I like that. That makes his face look a little more natural. We'll do that. Okay. At least the human spots. See up here at the top, you can take a Q-tip where that bleed's coming in. Just ride it. Just like a wave. Some of the paper is going to come up on this 80 weight paper, but it's alright. You can fade right back through it. Okay. A little more of that yellow to go over here in this ear. Blend that in a little more. Let's get back to our little lavender color here. Put a little more shadow back into this ear. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now, let's get into this mouth. We're going to choose a bright red for this one. Right now, I'm just going to accent the bottom and leave a piece for a highlight. Don't worry about the bleed, we'll fix it. Kind of gives him that messed up kind of Heath Ledger look. Let's blend that in. I'm going to go back with this bright red again. Just a little bit. Get some of the hard red so it's a strong color. Strong. Pardon my head. Also the garnet that's above, just to get a darker color. Mix those together. A little bit of that lavender in there. A little bit of that green. That's a good rich, rich, rich red. Again, this is just adding mouth features. That weren't there already. Okay. Come in with some oranges, that'll make that pop a little more. Warm tones. You gotta think about a mouth that's real warm inside. So you want to keep your warm tones. Perfect. Let's pick up some of this color. There we go. Now we can add a darker color. Like that lavender. I'll add that to it. Yeah, there we go. All right. Our Q-tip will pick out some of the other color. With our other brush, we'll blend it in. So try to keep the shadow in the shadow area, like right for here is under the tongue. But you want to keep that highlight in the cheek too, otherwise that won't look right. Now for his gums, let's go for an orangish kind of brown with a red in there somehow. Some bright pink might lighten it up. Get down deep in that pink. No pun intended. There we go. It's kind of a jello fruit punch color. Now from here, we'll go into the gum line. Try to stay out of the teeth. Like I said, we're just adding a hint to accentuate what's already there. Go. Sweet. Now with our greens up top, let's get a little darker hue going on over here. Gonna jump into our forest colors. Get this out of the way for a moment. Stay out of the way, dude. Fiddle-dee-dee. What is this I see? Joker style. Add some gray to that button area because that's going to need it. Alright. You gotta remember, just the highlights you want to keep. The rest of it can kind of go dark. The wind is still kicking up. Like this main area here, I want this to be a lot darker. There we go. I'm going to add some tracers coming in here. I'll lead you to think the color's coming from somewhere there. So we'll add some color to the darker areas. Because again, now we're moving into shadow. So you want your shadowy areas to be a bit darker. Obviously. Here, let's fix our camera. So I might have tilted off course there a little bit. Maybe it's just me. This definitely gives you the accent that you want for that shadow nature. Our hairline color's already up there, so that's a plus. I'm going to blend this up through here. Pardon this squeaky sound, my cord keeps hitting the side of the board here. Now let's blend this in to make it look a little more natural. Almost forgot the orange on the vest. Q-tips come in handy when you're doing stuff like this. It would do better to have a heavier weight paper, like maybe 140 or something like that. But I had 80 sitting around, so this will do the job. This is working pretty good. Got it here. There we go. Alright, one of the last features here. I'm blending these teeth a little bit. To look a little more natural. Alright. Here we go. Awesome. Nose is itching. Must be hair all over the place. Someone's talking about you. Alright. Now we're going to add a little more highlight to his eyes. And we'll give him some piercing blue since we got everything else under the blue here. And also, while I got this blue right here, I'm going to put some into his jacket. Just to give some shadow effect. Do on this side as well. Okay. Let's blend that in. So the good thing about watercolors, guys, it never does leave a hard edge if you don't want it to. You can be as light as you want. Okay. Let's see. Get back into this blue here and this one here. And we'll get some of those tips. There we go. Follow it on down. Okay. Good enough. We're going to want that to be a little darker, so let's get some more of this dark purple. Mix it with some of this mauve color here. There we go, that's that lavender we had before. Just give it a once over. Okay. Let's make this a lighter blue. There we go. Some shadow. Some more of that shadow. Okay. All right. With our thin brush, thin brush, we're going to go in and do some of those blues in his eyes. Give him a really pale blue. We're also going to be adding, sorry my head's in the shot, we're going to be adding this blue to his teeth to accent where the teeth are. A little more of a gum line there, of a shadow. Blend it in some. Okay. Give it a good pull. Perfect. That adds just enough shadow to those teeth so you can kind of see the details of that. Pull that out now. Okay, now the inside, we're obviously going to add some green highlights in there. Let that sit for a moment. With our small pen, we'll go into the red here and give him some manic in his eyes. Just a small hint. So really make it stand out. Sorry for my head in the shot again. There we go. Get that red in there. Pull it out in the corners. We'll add some more of that lip. In the meantime, we won't let that sit for too long. Alright, here we are in the home stretch, guys. Okay. Bring that down to there on that side. Bring it down here on this side. A little more pronounced red. A little more red down here at the bottom. Alright, let's blend in this tongue a little bit. Alright, a little more accent down here at the bottom, some thicker red. Blend that in just a little bit there, that little crosshatch area. Alright. Let's add a little brown highlight to our hair. Okay. Some more browns in there. This gives the illusion that the hair is attached to his head. Also, it justifies our shadows that we've made here. Oops, too much. Dab it with your thing. Your thing. Your thing. Then dab it with your water brush. Come back in and lighten it up just to blend a little bit. Again, up here for blending purposes. Just a little. You don't want to take all that green highlight you put in. some yellowish tints on our flower. Darken our center. A bit of an orangish yellow looking color. Perfect. Get some blue on there, just some cool to cool it down in just shadow areas. Dab it back off. Perfect. Alright guys. Give this a few more minutes to dry. Actually, we'll take our paper towel and finish it off. This way we can take our liner brush, some solid black here, do some pinstripes. Let's go ahead and connect that, might as well. Okay. And we'll take some water here and thin this down just a bit. So it won't be so pronounced. But this will add shadow color as well as a striped look. Have a little more accent on the other side. Alright guys, I'm going to take a pencil of a dark shade. Actually, let's go ahead and finish and dry it off here. We'll finish it off. See, one spot we need to pick up. Two actually. Blend that just a bit more. that more of a circle feature. Up here as well. All right. Let's see if we get a little more shadow color right here in this ear. There we go. That'll do, pig. That'll do. That'll do. Let's pull that up. All right, guys. This here is our finished Jokester image. Again, this will be for purchase on my Facebook page in the Ukla Studios shop. If you guys want to get a better, closer look at it, I'm going to wait for it to dry before I get a good shot of it. But for now, we're going to John Hancock it. All right. Again, guys, here it is again. If you want to get a good shot of it. I'm trying to pan in and out of it a little bit. Again, you will see a better shot of this on our Ukla Studios page. And again, it will be for purchase. So once again, as I said before in our intro, my name is Jimjames, and enjoy our little outro that we've made up here for you guys. What I want you to do is like, comment, and subscribe on what you want to see next week for us to draw. I'm going to put up a Twitter poll on Twitter, and I'll try to make one up on Facebook as well if you guys want to follow along in that fashion. Yeah, again, we've taken about an hour and a half of your time, a little longer than that, possibly, maybe even an hour and 30 minutes, looks like. Sorry guys, it turned out a little longer than I thought it was going to be. Again, I'm Jimjames. Upon no one look around. This is Ukla Studios. Where are we at? Somewhere over here, somewhere in one of these walls. We'll see you next time, guys. Let's try. Let's try that one more time. We'll see you later, guys.